Greetings, my fellow dwellers of the internet. Rimworld is a game that offers a ton of liberty and possibilities to its players. Because of this, we can play the game in a variety of different ways. Some are, a bit more questionable than others. But all this variety got me curious. Can you play the game only using one of the game's most prominent features? What feature am I talking about, you might be wondering? Well, Ancient Dangers. Ancient Dangers are, in context of the game's lore, sealed ruins of the past. These said ruins in question contain both potential treasures and, well, dangers. I mean, it's in the name. What'd you expect? So today I'm gonna find out how hard is it to play Rimworld only utilizing these structures. So, essentially, I'm gonna be LARPing as a grave robber. With all that said, we got some graves to rob. Our challenge started with us crashing down onto the planet's surface with Booby. Funny names aside, I immediately got Booby to work opening up the map's Ancient Danger. Inside, we were greeted by an infestation of man-eating bugs. As you could imagine, this was a bit problematic for us. But no worries, as I've stated before, I'm quite the visionary. And I've devised the perfect plan to deal with these exoskeleton-wearing hooligans. First, I'll have Booby attack one of the cryopods. This will cause the other pods to empty the ponds inside of them, and then all I have to do is sit back and watch as they've killed Booby. You saw nothing. After our complications, we've crashed down once again with another colonist, this time a man named Abbott. Following in the footsteps of his predecessor, Abbott too wasted no time cracking open his first Tomb of the Unknown. This went about as well as my first attempt, so not good. Because of this, I had Abbott leave and try our luck on a different tile. Sadly, this time wouldn't go very well for Abbott either, as upon opening up the vats inside, we were swiftly removed from this realm by the inhabitants. I mean, but look on the bright side, he is a lot more like the real-life Abbott now. But you know what they say, third time's, if you fail, try, third time's a try, or something, I don't know. With the failures of my past two tries, I was more determined than my current baby mama is, trying to get child support off me, to see this attempt through to success. So we got down to it and I cracked that bad boy open. And just like previous attempts, I ran in and punched the first casket I could get to. Unlike previous attempts, however, I did make it out with my life this time. And while the poor souls I forced out of cryosleep fought off the bug infestation, I got Alex to tend his wounds. There was an issue, however. The bugs had won. That's okay though, because I have more than one Jewish trick up my sleeve. This time I plan on simply sneaking into the tomb while the bugs are asleep and getting my hands on a weapon. Now that I was armed, I let out my inner crackhead and chased down the remaining bugs. Run they might, but they will not escape my weaponized autism. With the man-eating insects dealt with, I looted the place and headed over to a nearby village to sell what I gathered. Afterwards, we stopped and cracked open our second Ancient Danger. And inside, we uncovered more bugs. The next 10 minutes consisted of me running around shooting insects, as without medicine I couldn't afford any injuries. Once the coast was clear, I went back into the Ancient Danger and humanely euthanized the survivors. Had a quick meal that would make even Hannibal Lecter squirm, crafted myself a very normal sleeping bag, then took my spoils and left the scene of headed to the next Ancient Danger. This is when I technically broke the challenge. Well, not really, let me explain. Since I was going to be accumulating a lot of items and silver from raiding these Ancient Dangers, I broke down and bought 2 yaks. Now, I don't consider this cheating since they don't directly help my odds of survival, so I don't want to hear it. We opened up our next Ancient Danger, where we got chased by more bugs.
Why are you running?
Seriously, what is up with us opening bugs? With another meal to eat, we spent the night inside the ruins. In the morning we left. On our next excursion, we found some luciferium. So, wanting to spice things up, I had Alex snort that shit right up. If you're unaware, luciferium is basically meth, so once a colonist takes it, if they don't continue to get it, they die. Now, with our newfound drug addiction, we did what any druggie would. Trespass into someone's private dwelling. Finally, it's not bugs. After killing the mechanoids, I went inside and looted. There was nothing. So I killed the hostiles in the pods and stole their stuff instead. But problems began to arise as we'd smoked up all the luciferium and our dependency was getting bad. Really bad. So we began frantically searching. I traveled the plains, I explored the rainforest, where I found these adorable hungry hippo looking awws. I want one. I even checked out this cloud forest. which I was expecting to look like somebody hotboxed the woods, but it looked normal. Disappointing. After countless dead ends and getting close to death, I finally located another stash of Luciferium. With Luciferium in hand, I went to go check out this Alps biome up north. It was very pretty as far as Rimworld goes. The Ancient Danger, on the other hand, was pretty lackluster. After my time in the Alps, I wanted to check out this oasis deep in the desert. So I marched forth, Luciferium in hand, and started my trek through the desert. This wasn't a walk in the park though, as we constantly had to raid ancient dangers in order to fend off starvation. But after a difficult trip through the desert, we had arrived at the oasis. This place was definitely less impressive than I thought. I was expecting a big lake or something, I don't know. Oh well. Big lake or not, we continued on and opened up the oasis as the Ancient Danger.
Oh no!
This was actually the closest I came to dying during this playthrough, but with some good maneuvering and some quick thinking, I was able to rush in and open the cryo caskets, saving my ass. After the mechanoids had been slaughtered, I opened up the hermetic crate inside, and it would appear God had blessed us as we opened up 9 Luciferium. Very nice. Instead of leaving, this time I planned on doing something a bit different. I got Alex to haul his shekels inside, and we begun cleaning up the mess left from killing the mechanoids. After all was in order, I sealed off the structure, snorted one last line of Luciferium. As it was time for me to transcend, no longer would I raid ancient dangers, but instead, I would become the ancient danger. So, coked up out of my mind on meth, I entered the cryosleep casket, thus ending this challenge. Yes, I survived Rimworld only using ancient dangers. If you enjoyed, drop a like and leave a sub if you haven't already, and if you got any other challenge ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comment section down below. Until next time, gamers.